welcome back to the sideboard one last time here at the Regional Championship, part of SCG Con Washington, D.C. I'm Nick Miller alongside our new regional champion, Jordan Selesnick. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Utter dominance in this top 8, #1 seed, no hiccups it felt like. This deck just performed beautifully for you. How would you say?
Yeah, no, it performed amazingly. I knew what type of draws I wanted in all of those matchups. I felt like I needed to mulligan aggressively, find those right hands. With a deck that's capable of scamming Quantum Riddler on turn 2 and recouping all of that card disadvantage, you kind of have that flexibility there, and I feel like it was just performing just as I'd like it to.
Right, we saw, as you mentioned, that draw game 1 of the finals. We just had the value playing game 2 with the Sage of the Skies. You got your opponent down low and you said, hopefully I'm not dead here. Didn't have the answer, and just the beatdown plan worked.
Yeah.
This deck, popped up the last cycle of regional championships. Seems like it has an all-star prowess matchup, and when the field is 25% and almost 30% is a prowess, you got to like your position.
Yes, no, that's exactly right. It's very interesting because obviously last weekend 4-color control was a bit of the top dog, and even the weekend before that. Momo does not have a good 4-color control matchup, but my hope, and watching a lot of the metagame swings in the last couple weeks, I've noticed that the top dog is often taken down week to week. So my prediction was just that the prowess decks were going to get faster, the mono green decks were going to get faster, and the Mardu deck was going to pick up, and that they would be beating out a lot of the 4-color control players day 1, and day 2 would be mostly prowess and these other matchups that I mentioned, and Momo's good into all those. So I was trying to, be one step ahead, and, I played against prowess 6 times. I played against landfall, I believe also 6 times, including the finals there, which is a matchup I've liked. So, yeah, feels like the prediction was right and it paid out.
I got to say you nailed it because, 4-color picked up in, metagame share coming into this event, but its day 2 performance was not as strong as it was 2 weekends ago.
Yes.
These prowess decks, a lot of these blue decks had Spell Pierce and were kind of just really punishing those decks.
Yes.
And then there you were, just capitalizing on all of these other decks that were trying to beat it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. I mean, I was just trying to dodge the 4-color control matchup as best I could. I also got to say, I found a card on Friday, Parting Gust in my deck. It used to be Erodes and then Get Lost, and I realized that card, it's a removal spell you needed, but it also blinks until end of turn, which is quite nice against Day of Judgment, and also, Deadly Cover-Up out of Excruciator. So a little bit of tuning the list, a little bit of finding the right cards, and all that is the recipe for success.
Just the perfect plan. The deck just looked great. Would you think this deck is going to continue to be well positioned? As you said, this meta just continues to turn.
Well, I'll say I really like the deck. I think that the standard metagame right now is super duper balanced. I mean, as I said, it's been churning a ton, which makes me have a hard time believing that it's going to be incredible next weekend or the weekend after. If prowess picks up and people see that prowess did well, which it did, then maybe it's good next weekend. But if that changes the weekend after, who knows? So yeah, I just say, be flexible and be on top of the metagame for your deck choice with that.
Well, this was a huge win for you. You've been beating down the door at these top finishes. You said you've had a handful of 10-5s at these regional championships. You broke through here as the #1 seed. Sailed all the way to the championship. You got the trophy. Would you like to shout anyone out? You had a whole rail out there.
Sure, yeah. #1, my girlfriend, Becky Davidson, by my side this whole time. This is the first RC that she came to, and just having someone to talk to in between rounds and chill you out that is not, super anxious about the whole tournament can be really nice, because it's easy to get in your own head about this. My closest testing partner, Richard Freed, for sure. Krishna Pai, also in the top 8, a good friend of mine. Really glad with that finish. My friends at the Bookhouse Bays. And also, I got to say, I had never really done much Magic coaching before. This week, I was like, I could get a coaching session before the RC. I got one from Arna Huschenbeth, and boom, here we are. So shout out to him as well. Very helpful, and I appreciate the help.
Well, Arnie can't ask for better advertisement than that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got it, Arna.
Fantastic finish. Congratulations to you one last time. We're going to ship it over to Ailey and Reed to close it out here in Washington, D.C.
Cool.